team every day. That's why the Locked On Podcast Network has a daily podcast for your favorite NBA team. Every trade, every overtime win, every game, our local experts cover the biggest stories around your team every day. Search Locked On plus your favorite NBA team on the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts. The Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Why does Comcast Business power more businesses than any other provider? It has technology solutions that put you ahead, like the fastest, reliable network and serious savings. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with fast speeds and advanced security. Together for just $69.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Use 59 bits per second. Security of customers only. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable based on RootMetrics US report. Results vary, not an endorsement.
This week in music. Blink-182 has scrubbed its website and Instagram of any content. The digital wipe has fans hoping that new music is in the works. Blink-182's most recent song is the 2020 pandemic-themed Quarantine. Death Cab for Cutie aims to, quote, highlight the light and darkness at the same time with their new song, Here to Forever. The track appears on the new Death Cab album, Asphalt Meadows, which is out now. For more, visit Odyssey.com.
From abortion to inflation, our local elections have far-reaching implications. We're breaking these issues down on The Home Stretch, Odyssey's new original podcast. I'm Doug Sovereign. Each week I'll talk to a range of experts to give you a no-fuss, 15-minute download of the most pressing issues on this year's ballots. Listen to The Home Stretch on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Check back in on your ride home.
Or anytime on the free Odyssey app.
If it matters to you.
It's on KNX News, 97.1 FM.
11:45, I'm Bob Brill. Stories coming up. I'm Art Sanders. Non-English speakers are being targeted with misinformation online as we run up to the election.
Pfizer to prove that it's ready to move on from COVID-19. That story coming in 5 minutes when Bloomberg checks your money.
And the Dodgers have their postseason hopes dashed in San Diego. Those stories in the next 15 minutes. But first, we're checking traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the fives. Brought to you by EnglewoodParkGo.com at SoFi. Here is Blue Stowers.
Okay, let's start off in the Glendale Atwater Village area, right along the side of Griffith Park. I'm seeing some slowing, and right in the neighborhood where that LA River, those islands are that always get washed out, and some homeless people get caught there. Yeah. So the southbound side of the 5 that's stopped right now just before Los Feliz, and I'm seeing some slowing right there at just across the K-rail there on the 5. Right there at the off-ramp and on-ramp from Crystal Springs Drive. So we'll check in with CHP right now, see what's going on. Don't see anything there yet. But on the San Fernando Mission Boulevard off-ramp at the 405 North in San Fernando, some sort of a collision going on. Also a collision just reported in Pasadena on the South 110 at York Boulevard, where there's a single vehicle crash. A car went into the right shoulder wall, and it is blocking the slow lane. 91 westbound at the 710 in Long Beach, and a Porsche SUV is on its roof right now, and there's people trapped inside of it, and there's another vehicle involved and allegedly left the scene. Going to see the Chargers Broncos Monday night? Avoid the SoFi Jam. Save time and money. Pre-book your parking now at EnglewoodParkGo.com. 7 convenient remote park and shuttle locations. Book online at EnglewoodParkGo.com. That's EnglewoodParkGo.com. Next report's coming up at 11:55 in the Irvine Auto Center 24-hour traffic center.
Showers and even thunderstorms across our region on this Saturday, and temperatures, of course, on the cooler side will keep things mild below average as we head into your Sunday, with numbers in the low 70s for LA, Inland, Orange County, mid 70s for the valleys and the Inland Empire, upper 60s along the coast, low 80s for the high desert, and low 60s in the mountains with a drier air pattern as we head into tomorrow. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Olga Spina for KNX News 97.1 FM.
And currently in Chino at 61 degrees, Santa Ana at 62, Burbank at 63, and along the coast in Redondo Beach at 67 at 11:48. Non-English speakers being targeted online with misinformation in the run-up to the election.
The Vietnamese American community is particularly vulnerable. Nick Nguyen, co-founder of Viet Fact Check, says since they're a relatively small group, blocking is a low priority. He calls misinformation weaponized fiction.
Vietnamese Americans poll with Democrats on topics like gun control, healthcare, and the environment, but a typical sort of red baiting strategy, which is to tie a certain political in Vietnam, tends to make people really worry about the eroding power of the United States, particularly, with regards to superpowers like China.
He says the root of it is hyper-targeting the trauma and shared experience the community has, and the isolation of language makes them a vulnerable and inexpensive target. Art Sanders, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Pet owners will be the first to attest to this. Inflation is mostly definitely the veterinary services. New government data shows prices for vet services have jumped on average 10% over the last year. Just like every other industry, it's been a combination of more expensive labor and supplies that have hit veterinarian offices. Matthew Saloy is president of the Veterinary Management Groups, and he tells KNX all this comes as demand for pet health services is spiking.
There's some other complexities in the labor market for veterinarians and just veterinary professionals that are at play here. I mean, one thing is labor force participation is down. It's down in the U.S. economy. It's down in veterinary medicine, where we have some professionals just saying, this is too complicated for me. I'm not going to work right now. So that's adding to the pressure. Labor productivity took a hit. It took a hit in the U.S. economy. It took a hit in veterinary medicine.
Saloy says there just isn't much pet owners can do to keep the vet's bills down. But he says the most important factor is you just have to find a veterinarian that you can trust. Citrus industry in Florida taking a big hit from Hurricane Ian.
We're estimating at least 40% of our crop is on the ground and unusable and unmarketable.
Ron Pittaway is a citrus farmer surveying the devastation Hurricane Ian left behind. The CEO of the Florida Citrus Mutual Trade Association, Matt Joyner, puts it this way.
This is no doubt a gut punch to an industry that we believe is on the cusp of being able to start to rebuild.
How long will it take to rebuild? That remains an open question. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
It's 11:50. Time to check your money. For that, we turn to Nathan Hager.
Pfizer was the big winner in the coronavirus vaccine race. The shot it developed with BioNTech, along with the anti-COVID Paxlovid pill, helped Pfizer nearly double its revenue in just 1 year to about $100 billion. But now, with most Americans moving on from the pandemic, Pfizer's looking for its next act.
Wall Street doesn't feel too bullish about Pfizer right now.
Bloomberg healthcare reporter Riley Griffin.
Are they a victim of their own success? And what happens after you ride the roller coaster all the way up?
Griffin says Pfizer's hoping to apply the messenger RNA technology in its COVID shot to other diseases.
There are a couple drugs in the pipeline for RSV, for diabetes and obesity, big markets, right? But they're not necessarily here yet.
In the meantime, Griffin says Pfizer could aim for its next blockbuster by scooping up a smaller company.
They actually want to add $25 billion in revenue just via M&A through 2023. So we should expect a great number of deals.
We check your money at 20 and 50 after every hour. Bloomberg's Nathan Hager from the California Deluxe Windows Money Desk, KNX News 97.1 FM.
And a couple minutes from now, we'll take a look at the change in the diabetes organizations that deal with younger people. More on that coming up. It is 11.
The voices you trust are on LA's Morning News.
It's not just reading the news. It's telling people this impacts you. I have kids that go to school here. I drive around town. I take the bus sometimes. I go to restaurants. And I think about that as I'm gathering news, how that matters to people.
Hear Vicki Moore on LA's Morning News.
Weekdays on KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Than ever.
Although, I still have to make the coffee.
Find your mattress story at Mancini's Sleep World and get a free adjustable base with select mattresses. Save on our huge